Let's see what now?
I don't know. I heard it once somewhere. Um, yeah. First session of the new campaign. Um, one new player, and instead of using D&D, we're using Tales of the Valiant as our primary system.
Mhm.
And it's on paper, kind of. Yay.
Yeah. Now we shall. Well, let us begin. War
Oh,
and
right. I
turmoil.
get to use my new dice.
Ah, yeah. War and turmoil rocked the continent of Caldera. The tense peace, if it could be called that, was broken not 5 years ago when the Anharna Empire, the Dragon Empire, invaded one of its northern neighbors. Soon thereafter, nations started declaring war on each other until not but a single country was at peace with the rest of the continent. To add on to the woes of the eastern caldera, the eruption of Mount Wargley, long thought extinct, has caused the winter throughout the land to be unusually long and cold. And mountain earthquakes ravage not only the Hinokoi Kori mountains, but also the Harun Sea, sending tsunamis to bash against the Rowland Theocracy's southern coast. But this is not a. But this story is not uh, on. Begins not on some bloody battlefield, or in some place suffering from the effects of some natural disaster. Instead, we begin in the city of Naradelithium, uh, in the heart of the Anharna Empire, just south of the Hashatsa Lake along the Bedarviger River. We first turn our attention to a shrine of the local draconic religion in the New Ward district, where a certain individual is on the hunt for some tomes of knowledge. Uh,
So that was some certain individual is stabbing a brandy. Okay. In my kitchen. All right. All
uh, so, Ender, would you care to describe your character?
right. So Lynn is a bookish character of sorts. Guess I could. Her face is. Do we have? Nope, we don't have resources, and I can't seem to paste a picture. I'll do that. Nope. So Lynn is. God, what's her height? She's a 6'3", 17-year-old female with an interesting. Do you have the pictures, or
I do.
can you paste them into the chat?
Um,
Just 1 and 3, if possible.
yeah, let me just find said pictures.
I'm having a bit of a time to space on them.
Yep.
But she's accompanied by a raven named Mad, who is your standard raven. Knows a little bit. He can mimic some speech, but she is from Embren. Uh, yeah. A lot of her things look to be made out of paper, like her shield is looks just like an origami shield. Her armor literally has like paper talismans, like blanketing the insides of it. Uh, And
Uh,
I guess she's just humming some tune as she heads along somewhere in the libraries of this clergy.
Alright, so you've probably spent quite some time in this shrine. Um, you would have been informed rather quickly, or somewhat quickly, that the clergy here is not the same as it is where you come from. Um, that for the most part, they're how to say, they don't necessarily keep their. I mean, the only thing that they have there really are scriptures related to that particular shrine. But the head person there, a dragonborn called Aphar, uh, I would say, well, there are some bookstores in the market. If you're if you're really in need of books.
It's always nice to learn the something new, and other countries tend to have something new.
Oh, that I suppose that is true. I haven't done much traveling myself outside of the Empire, but I do know a few people that have traveled.
Oh, really? Who might these people be?
Uh, let's see. There's well, probably the most well-traveled person I know is the well, I can't call him young lord now. He is actually pretty old. The knight, Sir Ernish Zradhal. He lives in the city, in the Black Soul district.
Black Soul. It's quite an interesting name. Why is it called that?
Uh, I, that is an interesting question. Uh, I never really thought about it. I mean, considering that I live near Ferrygate.
What happened at Ferrydude then?
They say that when the city was founded, that some fairies helped build the gate there. But that's just like the story people say there.
And there aren't any fairies now?
I've never seen one.
Shame.
Yeah, you do have some people who have some like harmless prank pulled on them, probably by some of the teenagers or the older children, and you blame it on fairies.
Yes. Like the bucket of water on the head trick or whatever.
Yeah, precisely. Like, precisely those kind of things.
Sounds like fun. So where is this what was the knight's name? Was Sir Arcturus,
Ernish
right?
Zradhal.
Uh, Ernest Zrydhal. Right.
Yeah,
Where is this? I guess I'll go see this Ernest Zrydhal then.
yeah, I'm quickly putting the name in Discord.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he lives in the Black Soul district. That's the district across the river there. Uh, uh, how to say? It's a rather nice-looking house, for a knight. It's a manor, but not really necessarily any um, castle. You know, we only have one castle in the city, and it's over there if you can see it through the buildings. But no, it's a nice, lovely house. And the Dragonborn will give you an address for this Ernish's Red Hall.
Thank you. You need help? I guess you know where to find me. For the time being.
Have a nice day, my dear.
You too. Sure. Head off, I guess, eventually. And once she's done running around looking for some book or some knowledge, she'll head to the address we were given.
Alright. Right. We would then shift over towards, let me just pull up, excuse me, the messages that were sent out earlier today. If my phone can stop being slow. Okay, come on. We shift our attention now to the marketplace for another individual is out shopping for gear. Muzzly. Get to describe
All
your
right.
character.
Well, I'm Musley on Strinch. Um, just call me Musley or Muzz if you really want to, but I prefer if you don't. Um, yeah, he's just think homeless. He's got kind of a scruffy beard. He's wearing a full cloak. He doesn't look like he's showered in a couple days. He's got just kind of brown gray clothes on. His pants are dirty. His boots look a little worn, but he's carrying a lot of equipment, none of which is easily discernible. He's kind of like just got a backpack, and you can see a drum by his side, like a tiny little hand drum, but that's about it. Um, he's currently trying to barter with a local shopkeep who's not selling rope at a fair price. At least that's not what Musley thinks. So he's just kind of trying to get a good deal. Hey, dude, just a little bit lower. I only have 3 gold left.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I lowered any lower, I won't be. Well, I won't even be breaking even.
Well, all right. Look, hey, I got a big job coming up, and if you give this to me at a discount, I'll come back and I'll give you some more business later. How's that? What else do you sell?
Alright. And what kind of guarantee would I have that you would come back?
I'll give you my word, and he's gonna hold up 2 fingers, just like Boy Scout honor. My word is everything to me. I'm a bard, and if my word doesn't mean anything, then I'm cursed forever. Eh?
He hems and haws. Give a persuasion check.
All right. Rats, do we have this in roll 20 yet? Should I be in roll
No.
20?
We do not have
Okay.
roll 20 yet.
I am going to roll on my side at persuasion, which is +7. And we get a 14, so that is a 21.
+7 persuasion, Jesus.
A bard,
Alright.
baby.
What's our proficiency bonus again? Two?
I have two.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Fine, but give me your name so that I can find you later if you do go back on your word.
Sure, yeah. Here, he's gonna set down the discounted price, grab the or not. He's assuming that the rope is on the table because he's like got it from the shop and is trying to purchase it. He's gonna set down the money on the table. Hey, you got a pen and a quill, and some paper?
Yeah,
I'll
reaches.
write it for you.
Yeah, he reaches down behind the counter, pulls out quill, ink ball, and a sheet of paper.
Perfect. He's going to take the sheet of paper and is doing his best, like almost hiding it with his hand. He's going to write in the most flowery, ridiculous, unreadable script you've ever seen. And before the guy can read it, he's going to grab the rope and just kind of speed walk out the door. Thank you. I'll be back. And he's gone.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I guess aside from that, now that he's out on the street, he's going to look around for that old guy I messaged you about.
Oh dear Lord.
Alright. Yeah, you'll find a person that. Well, I presume you show him the token.
Yeah, I'll try to like get him out of the street so the shop owner doesn't see me if he has to come out of his shop. All right, hey, look, pal. I got 2 coppers for you if you can tell me where this guy is and if you can give me some dirt on him. Just, I don't want the high level stuff. Don't give me that crap about his positions and his titles. I want something like uh, he he kicks dogs or like he treats people really nice on Tuesdays or something.
Yeah, yeah, that. You're meeting with Sir Zradhal? He lives in the
There's
Black.
another copper in it if you don't tell anybody.
Across the river in the Black Soul District. Really nice house. Gives a basic description of the house. And it's can't miss it.
Perfect. And he's gonna hand over 1 copper. Thank you for the info. Now, what about the dirt?
They.
Come on, pal. I don't have all day.
I'm not sure this is true. I have heard some people say that he was friends with the Duke of Faldmeria's Duke, like friend of the Duke's wife, in that treacherous country.
Friend with the Duke's wife. Interesting. And was it scandalous?
He like shrugs and he's like, I don't know if it was just friendly or friendly.
All right. Here's your 2nd copper. And then here's the last one. Don't tell anyone where I went, especially not the guy that just came out of that shop right there. Okay, I have to run. And he's going to slip him the last copper and he's going to book it. And that's Musley.
Right. We can shift our attention for the last time, perhaps, to a. I don't know whether to say a restaurant or a cafe, but sitting at like an outside table are 2 individuals. One of them more humanoid, the other, well, Gratma. Care to describe yourself?
So, Gratma is an 8-foot tall elderly Knoll woman. She has like she's probably got like fucking liver spots all over her. Sorry about my cursing. She's got liver spots all over her. Wrinkled old face. Are those smile lines or snarl lines? We don't know. She's got a giant femur as a staff that she uses to kind of walk along, and then she's got a massive great axe on her back. But she's sitting there at this cafe. Imagine maybe she's enjoying a nice little bit of tea. And if you catch her smiling, maybe half the time you don't see teeth.
Yeah, and your particular your friend is a woman that is not quite so tall, but probably just as buff. Um, uh, and wearing less clothes than most people would expect, but um, she does have a fur cloak and long purple hair. No, she like takes a drink and I am surprised that the guards let you in. Like, given how uh, monstrous you looked, I thought we would have had a harder time at the gate.
I'm surprised too, dearie. But maybe they saw the nice little old charm I have hidden somewhere in my. Do I have it hidden somewhere in me? I don't know. But perhaps they saw a nice little charm in me. Or maybe it was you and your muscles.
Yeah, that is something that I noticed. Ever since we got out of the desert, these everyone here seems to just. I don't know if ignore you is the correct word or if they. It's hard to describe, but it's almost like they know you're there, but they're choosing not to acknowledge it.
Yeah, they probably think that I'm going to sick my raid on them or something. I wouldn't be surprised if they've heard of old Gratma and her party from way back when.
She like tosses a coin into the air, or well, not toss, but the coin thing of flipping it into the air and catching it. So, I don't know what you're going to be doing now that we're here, but I have a place to be around sunset.
Well, what are you up to, little dearie?
I don't know, this really weird guy in like a village back home start asking me these weird questions about like, what's your opinion on the state of the world? Do you think it could be better? Then told me about a job opportunity here.
What job? Well, maybe if I follow you and help you with this little job that you have, I can keep you and your bones from getting injured. Come on, tell Gratma what this job is. Tell me what this strange person is. Also, are they strange in the way of they can be disappeared at night and turned into a pile of flesh and bones, or strange in the way of maybe we don't want to eat them?
Yeah, you're doing nothing to calm my nerves about you trying to eat me.
Oh, I don't want to eat you. You know this. How long have we been traveling? Maybe at least a couple of miles. You know I wouldn't eat you, dearie.
Gods know you had plenty of opportunities.
Of course, but I mean, dear Lord, there are a lot of beautiful people out there, and oh no, they're bones. Ah, but you know me. I wouldn't do anything of the sort to you. You really whooped ass out back there when we first met.
yes, and I am grateful for your intervention, as strange as it was.
I couldn't let them hurt a nice meal like you. And also,
Meal?
oh no, oh, sorry. You know how old Grandma is. Old habits die very, very hard here. But what I mean is, we need to also put some meat on your bones. You are very skinny, my dear. That can be dangerous to be that skinny around a knoll.
Yeah, quite.
We help you
I'm
with
fairly
this
certain that
job,
I could have
and
crushed those guards' heads between my thighs.
oh my goodness, I wouldn't be surprised. And she's like fanning herself, like, but relax, my dearie. I'll help you with this job thing that you have, and then we'll make a nice meal, and we'll make sure that your bones aren't visible. Because, oh boy, the bones.
Pretty sure my bones aren't visible anyway.
You'd be surprised.
Alright, she'll put down a few copper pieces and say, Alright, well, I suppose it's getting nigh on to the time that that creep said.
Oh, he's a creep, you say, so he's that kind of strange. Grandma just kind of like licks her lips a little bit. Dearie,
I have a
nothing
very
Oh, sorry.
I'm very sorry. This is a super important question. Is it like a slow, almost shuddery lick, or is it like really quick?
It's probably like slow. She's straight up just licking her chops, thinking about this man and his bones.
You're doing a very good job of characterization. Sorry for breaking in, but
It's all good. Thank you.
Wonderful.
I don't mind the cursing. Miss Olivia did that quite a bit.
Okay.
Um,
oh yeah, but it's fine.
yeah. And she like goes over to the barista and says, you know anyone who has this for their crest or whatever you people call it?" And the barista, who is actually a kobold, you know, like has to like pull themselves like up onto the counter to see the little coin that or medallion actually that Renara put on the counter. And oh, that's Ernest Threadhall. He's a local lord or knight here. So you want to go across the river? He's a big, a nice house. Goes on to describe it. And yeah, shouldn't be too hard to find.
Oh, Renara, dearie, are you saying that this creep that you are getting a job from is a knight?
Uh, I guess. What's a knight?
Beats the heck out of me. I think they involve something with metal plating. But that just makes their bones all the tastier. Let's go pay him a visit, eh, dearie? Do
Renara
you have
puts
any
another
cookies
coin
on
down
you?
for as the cold like gives a worried look.
He's gonna look over at the kobold. By any chance, do you have any baked goods? Perhaps some cookies?
Yes, yes we do.
I'll take 3. One for my friend here, one for me, and one for this knight fellow we're going to meet.
We'll say that that is like 3 copper.
Alright, alright. Grandma passes over a gold coin.
Jeez.
Renara like holds up hands. Keep the change.
He's totally fine. We have more where that came from.
Thanks for your patronage.
Of course, dearie. Make sure to eat well and keep those bones out of range.
Okay. As you're walking out, Renard is like leans over and says, "You keep talking like that, and you're going to scare people."
Sometimes that's the point, dearie.
Well, you got a point there. Alright. So is getting on towards sunset, and well, I suppose. At what point would your characters arrive at the estate? I mean, Grandma, you don't have to answer. You're largely depending on excuse me,
Oh yeah.
Renara. But Musley and Lynn, like, you gonna be early, on time, late?
Well,
time.
On time, you
fair.
said? Alright.
Yes.
All right, so it kind of depends on how posh the neighborhood looks. If it looks like if just me standing around would probably get me hauled off to the jail, I won't do that. But if I can just kind of skulk around for a few hours, just look around the place, I'll do that.
Alright. It's a pretty nice neighborhood. You're probably the most scruffy looking person around.
All right, fine. Well, are there any guards in sight at the moment?
Not on the street.
Perfect. So I'm just gonna sit down at like the corner of the streets and just kind of put out a tiny little cup and just look like I'm begging. And I'll just try to watch people as they go by.
Alright. So as you're watching the street, probably something like uh, 5 people differing lineages arrive. Like, they go up to the door, knock on it. The door opens, and you can hear a person say, like, "Yes, what are you here for?" And how closely are you watching?
I'm trying to be inconspicuous so it's not like deadpan staring at the door, but just peripheral for the most part.
I see someone like them like reach into a bag, show the person on the other side of the door before they're let in. Let's see. As the time of the meeting approaches, more people come. You'll see like well, the largest group that you see that comes forward to the door composes of a dragonborn, a either an elf or a half elf, and a Siberian with white hair and horns. So other
Got it.
other people of note, you do see an orc, pretty young looking orc, pretty handsome. You do see he has a lute.
Oh, he's hot.
You're not there yet.
I know. Sorry.
um, see a kobold go in. It looks like he is does appear to be wearing like a set of scale mail. Also has some like tools that you would see at like a blacksmith shop. Probably the strangest sight that you would see during your wait is a duo. which comprised of a pretty buff-looking woman with purple hair and a knoll.
In the world? I haven't seen one of those before.
But
Yeesh, is that her face?
they go up to the door. Renara knocks on the door. It opens, and on the other side, Grandma is a kobold wearing a nice guard's uniform. Yes, can I help you? It's,
She's just the sweetest little dearie. And she's gonna like lean over and just like pinch his cheek a little bit. And she's like, "Oh, are you the knight that we're supposed to be seeing here?
ma'am, please.
Oh, aren't you just the cutest?" And she gives a nice big smile, but her teeth aren't showing right now, so she's got like just gums.
Is wonderful.
You can hear the kobold whisper under his breath. I get that too many times. I get called cute in this armor too many times. Do you have any business here, ma'ams? Renara will hand over the tokens. I take a look at it on both sides. Please come inside, ma'am. And he'll let Renara in. He'll turn to Grandma and hold out his hand. Do you have a token?
Oh, I'm with her, dearie. If you want, and she kind of pats around and she finds the cookie that she initially bought for herself. Here, enjoy a little cookie. You look famished. You look like you need to get some meat on them bones.
I'm sorry. There was only one. Probably a few minutes before sunset. That is when Lynn arrives.
Sure, she's just been wandering.
When I see her start to approach him, he's gonna, as she walks past, he's gonna like go full on, just like shaking the cup. Hey, kid, change. Come on, please. You look kind of. What is that? Paper mache? What are you covered in?
Paper. Thank you, though.
Spare some change if you can cover yourself in paper. You got to have something.
Paper is made out of wood, but it's everywhere. I had to
But
make this myself.
come on, kid. I don't really care where paper comes from. Could I at least get like a copper? What are you here for anyway? Like, I see a lot of people going into this house. A lot of them look crazy, like you. What's up? And he's just
So,
going to start following her.
you're welcome up and down just to figure out what the hell he's up to.
He just looks like a homeless guy. Yeah.
Are you trying to roll a deception on whatever the hell I have to roll? Perception, I guess?
I believe
I
it'll
mean,
be insight.
Insight?
sure, if you want to. Actually, you are looking into what I'm doing, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
All right, deception.
Natural
Ready?
23.
What?
Natural 23.
Oh, dang.
Wait, it was a natural. It was a natural 20?
Yes.
Oh, well, you can tell that
Okay.
this guy's full of crap. You can tell that he knows what is going on here and why. But let me just. Yeah, no, he did not roll well. So you can tell he knows what's up. I'm just not sure if you know why he knows what's up.
I mean, at least she knows. God. That's gonna be the only 20, I think. But she'll just shrug and say, I think it's best if we just go inside and see.
He's going to lower his cup. Was I really that see through?
I've been taught to take care of the less fortunate. Not many act the way you do.
Damn. I knew I should have brushed up on that before I came here. It's been a few years. Mudsley on Strinch, by the way. He's gonna hold out his grubby hand.
She'll shake it, I guess. Then,
Awesome. Yeah, let's go in. Let me find this token. Yeah, he's gonna fish it out from his pocket. You got one of these too?
yep, I
Awesome. He'll knock on
guess.
the door.
The door opens and you see like a kobold in guard uniform like rubbing his cheek. Uh, what can I do for you?
Hey, we're here for the crazy people. He's gonna hand over the token.
I believe that's the first time that its master's been called crazy. Although I wouldn't blame some of the people here. You're good to enter. You,
Thank you.
ma'am?
She'll pull out her token. This should cover it, right?
Hmm?
She hands it over. This will cover it.
Oh, yeah, this will do. He'll like take a look at it and hand it back. You're both good to go.
So we're. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Uh, the all the people are gathering in the main hall. It's just down the hall, first entrance on your right.
Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, really quick. Could I get some place to wash my hands? He's gonna show his obviously dirty mitts.
There's a washroom further down the hall. There's a washroom at the base of the stairs.
Base of the stairs, down the hall. Thanks. Hey, kid, I'll see you in there. Don't wait up. You're pretty tall.
All right. You just speak your mind.
Yeah, he's gonna head to the washroom.
All right. So it's a nice washroom. You don't think you've ever seen plumbing before, like at least indoor plumbing. I'm fairly certain you've seen fountains before, but this has a fountain that you can turn on and off on the inside.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, aside from just casing the place, which I'm guessing is just a posh house, is there anything I could take?
Well, give me either investigation or perception.
Oh boy. We'll do perception. Gotta stop putting my dice away. All right, that is a 19.
Yeah, there are lots of things that you could steal, but there are guards throughout the house that it's hard to tell if there's really any opportunity to do any well, not burglary, but just like swiping something.
All right. Could I at least take the washcloth? I could use one of those.
Yeah, you can take the washcloth, but there's not a guard in the washroom. That would be weird.
Awesome.
For
That would be
now.
kind of weird. I'll take the cloth that I use to dry my hands, and I'll head over to the meeting room.
So the room that everyone's been gathered, it got like 20 people in the room. This particular room looks like it is a multi-purpose room. Pretty large. You can see there is a balcony on the second story that overlooks this particular room. There are something like 20 people in this room currently. Of course, mostly all the people that you saw come in earlier.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I'll make my way over to the tall girl in paper.
Pretty much, people are just like chatting amongst themselves.
Is there a cleric among these people?
Give me a either perception or insight.
Let's just do perception. I don't think it matters either way. 3. So add 6. That'd be 6.
You do see a Siberian woman, white hair and she's got some horns. She appears to be wearing some chainmail, and she's got a shield on. She's currently chatting with a elven woman. Who's pretty nicely dressed. You would guess that Siberian woman is a cleric. She does over the chainmail. He does appear to be clerical robes.
Alright. Well, then we'll just approach her then. From what? To just go. From what? What country are you from?
Huh? Oh. I am from the Mythanese theocracy.
With the knees.
Where are you from?
Embrun. Nice place, I guess, for the time being. This war says otherwise. Run into many Siberians among your clergy?
Yes, actually, quite a few. I mean, I was not the most well treated of Siberians because I have fiendish ancestry. Not proud of it. But yes, I am a cleric of the Twilight Order of the goddess Avar.
Oh, nice.
My name is Twilight in the common language. And she'll give a slight bow.
Lynn will bow back, saying, I'm Lynn, I'm from Embrun. I'm it's Anor, right? That's the religion.
I believe so. I'd have to take a look back at my country summarized, but I believe that.
Oh, it's a Dory faith. Okay. Yeah. I am of the Adori faith from Embrun.
So when you say that you're from Embrun, she goes like, yes, that this does kind of make things awkward considering our two countries are at war. That
I'm not one to fight. It is for the soldiers.
She nods. Yes. I do get the sense that this whoever is hiring us is maybe not necessarily a fan of such wars. I mean, if they're hiring from all over the world.
The one who talked to me mentioned if I'd like how thought that the wars could end, and if I would like them to end. I prefer, you know, without war, I can travel and get the books I wish to get.
Oh, so you're a
Although,
scholar.
yes, I the collection of knowledge is most useful to me. I mean, it's how I made this armor to begin with. Not much. There's not many who can make armor like this.
Yes, that is actually rather interesting armor. Did you make this?
Yep. It's a method of working steel into the paper.
Oh, this is
It
most
takes a lot
impressive.
more work. Thank you. But yes, does your faith carry much in the way of literary knowledge?
I mean, yes, Avar is a goddess of knowledge. Most of our works are kept by the knowledge, like the clerics of the knowledge domain.
Wonderful.
And
Perhaps when these wars are over, I can visit. It would be so nice to visit your libraries.
yes,
I'm
they
most
are
excited for
grand
that.
libraries.
How wonderful.
I haven't seen much since I was mostly, well, since my family turned me into the church. I've spent most of my life with the light clerics. I only recently got into the Twilight Order.
Turned you into the purge?
Purge? No, I just feel like the Twilight Order is more in line with my beliefs,
Fair enough.
actions that I wish to take.
I believe I misheard you there too. Hello?
And Musley walk up to Lynn and this Siderian woman that you saw earlier coming with a Dragonborn and an elf.
Hello.
Good
How's it going, Tall?
evening.
Yep, that's the time of day. Hello, how are you doing? My name's Musley. He's gonna extend a hand towards the cleric.
As she takes her hand and says, "You may call me Twilight."
Awesome. Just asking, what's your last name?
She gets
I am
a
so sorry, DM.
yeah, no, she gets a sort of a pouty look when you ask what her surname is. I do not associate with my family, and have since no longer used the last name.
It is uncommon for many sightings to stay with their families. Muslim.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I did not mean any offense. Um, why not make a new one?
Um,
It
Everybody's got to have a last name.
is what I did, but some do not appreciate it, or others choose a good time to do so.
perhaps when my
Yeah.
service with the Twilight Order is over with, then I may take a surname, but for the moment, just call me Twilight, is
All
easier
right.
than what most uh, non-elven non-elves can say.
Hey, I know Elvish. Try me.
Right. Now, I do apologize for this as a DM. I'm just gonna say, Atashi no name wa uh, Hokume, or no, Hakume, which is my name is Hakume, which quite literally translates to Twilight.
Hakume. That's not bad. All right, Hakume. Is it okay if I just call you that?
You may.
I like getting things right. Awesome. Well, hey, you rolled in with a pretty impressive crew there. Do you know why you're all here?
Well, we just kind of met, and well, some people got into trouble. The three of us uh, gone and helped out. We weren't a group back then. We just kind of met doing this, and
Isn't that how it always works?
I suppose it does. Um,
Yeah.
then this guy just came up to us and asked us a bunch of questions. Said that uh, his group of people could use people like us, and gave us a token, a really weird token. And she pulls out the token. Um, you see on the one side it has the crest of the person that you've come to meet on one side, but on the other side, it is different from what either of you two have. It seems to be divided into thirds, with each section having a different design.
I'm going to flip mine over and see what I've got.
You flip yours over, and you basically see what looks like your face done in profile.
Oh, that's. Had I not noticed this before?
Depends on how closely you looked at it.
Oh, goodness.
Lynn will show hers, I guess. What does she have?
Yours would um, basically have what appears to be a Siderian of angelic descent. Kind of looks like you, but also kind of doesn't. There is writing on it. And actually, for both of you, there is writing on it. Do either of you speak Draconic?
No.
Let me check. Nope.
Yeah, you don't know what it says.
Wonderful.
That is the darndest thing. I don't think I noticed that before this. And yours is, that doesn't even look like you. I mean, it kind of does, but not really. He's going to
Perhaps
look
he
around
was
the room. Oh, yeah, sorry, keep going.
perhaps he was looking for, I don't know, people of the same who look similar to that.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's an oracle thing. Who knows?
Oh, not oracles. I hate oracles. They tell history before it's supposed to happen. I don't like
It's
it.
quite fascinating.
Uh-huh. That's what she said. I'm gonna go
I mean,
talk to
yes.
that knoll. I've never seen a knoll before, actually. So you two ladies, I'll talk to you later. And yeah, I'll keep a lookout for somebody that looks like your doppelganger. Uh, he's gonna head off towards the knoll.
Grandma is just leaning over to Renara like, oh, I think we should have gotten more of these cookies for everyone. I didn't realize it was going to be a big fancy party.
I didn't think it would be either. And what's taking so long?
No kidding. What is going on with this place?
Hmm?
Hey, by the way, hi, my name's Musley. I'm just walking around the room and talking to people, and you know what? I don't think I've ever seen an old before. Hello. He's gonna extend a hand.
Grandma looks at the hand, and then she looks up and she
It's
gives this
clean.
big ol' like non-toothy grin, just absolutely just gums for days. She's like, "Oh dearie, go ahead and put that away. I'm not in the mood. I've had enough food today. But it's nice to meet you. Oh, aren't you just the cutest?"
Renara will elbow you and say, "No, I'm pretty sure what you're supposed to do is grab onto the hand and you both shake it."
Oh, and
Wait,
for
hold
context,
up.
he's about 5'10", so you are like towering over him.
Wait, we grab onto the hand?
And don't rip it off, okay? You look
Uh,
pretty strong.
yeah, I think it goes something like this, and she'll like hold out her hand, Renara, as you
Ah, nice to meet
as you shake
Oh, I
hands.
see. I thought by grab onto the hand you meant that I should grab onto it with my teeth and shake them around. I was
Most
about to get a little confused there. I was like, "Oh, Renara, you're telling me I can eat?"
Gratma, most
you.
people don't shake hands with their mouths. Most people
They're
don't have
missing out.
most people uh don't have the same mouth as you do.
Isn't that the truth? Well, hello there, little one. My name is Gratma Bone Chewer. Don't worry, I won't chew on your bones. That's mostly behind me.
Mostly.
Aha. Hey, quick question. How do you chew on bones with no teeth?
It's easy. And then you see like large, massive fangs and just teeth for days just stunk out of her like gums.
Whoa!
Tractable.
He's gonna jump back a little bit. I was. Whew. Is that normal for Knowles?
No.
That raises even more questions. Well, yeah, I'm just kind of going around the room and asking, hey, by the way, you have this coin, right? He's gonna hold out the token.
I
Nara here does, our sweet little lady.
eh, yeah, I have the token, whatever it, it what it's supposed to be. She pulls it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, on one side I got the crest, and the other side I got my face. Do you know how they got that?
They
Like,
have
does it
your
have your
face?
face? They had my face on the coin. Here, he's gonna show it to her.
Oh, do I also see the draconic writing on there?
Yes.
What's it say? I can understand draconic.
Uh, Basically it says human looks homeless. Um, Basically it's a abbreviated description of the person that you are currently standing before.
Oh, this coin really does have you down pat, little man. It says that you look homeless.
Oh, that's what that says. I
Yes,
mean, I do.
this part says human, and this part over here says looks homeless.
Well, that's the darndest thing. I didn't see him engrave it. I wonder if that part means grouchy. What about yours? What do you got? What Gratma was it?
I don't have a coin, but Renora here, our sweet little lady, does. Let's see your coin. I didn't get a chance to look it over.
She'll hand the coin over. Um, on the side that doesn't have the crest, um, you see what like lens It appears to be a Siderian woman. It appears to have some angelic ancestry. Um, it does say Siderian, and uh, and it's a purple hair. And towards the bottom is barbarian parentheses question mark.
Oh, this is such a wonderful description of you. It's got your hair and everything. Here you go, little dearie. You tuck that one away.
Oh, hey, actually, I'm gonna go. There's these two people that I met. Lovely ladies. Could I bring them over and you could read their coins? I don't think they can.
Ladies, do they have enough meat on their bones? Are they
Yeah.
cute?
Well, one of them's dressed in paper and the other one is called Twilight, and she's in the Twilight Order. She also doesn't have a last name, weirdly enough. I'll bring him
You
right over. You'll see
introduce
him. You'll see
little
him.
brat much of them.
And he's gonna like wave, and if they don't respond, he'll walk over and bring it back.
They were in the middle of like some discussion about the differences between their religions.
Actually, that is a good point. Damon, you're or not Damon, Musley, you are
Oh,
from Embern, correct?
yep. I got the red hair.
You would notice on Lynn, like, well, Lynn, where would you keep the lantern?
So I guess on her one shoulder would be a raven, and on the other shoulder would be a lantern. I guess. Like,
Yeah, you notice on Lynn's shoulder that she has a lantern that uh, looks like it's well, it's currently lit.
And she's made of paper. Yeesh. He's gonna tap her on the shoulder that does not have the lantern. Uh, just making sure you know that that lantern is lit, right?
it's supposed to be lit.
And you're made of paper.
It's light when
Okay. Well, hey, I was just coming back over. Sorry to interrupt the discussion, but I was coming back over to let you know that that knoll, you see that knoll over in the corner, the really tall one? Um, she can read your coins if you want to know what they say. This one is he's gonna hold up his. This one just says who I am, which is honestly kind of freaky.
like I said, Oracle. Unless
Yeah.
you're a wanted man.
No, 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 not a wanted man at all. Here, come with me. He's gonna like turn around as fast as possible and just start marching towards the knoll.
Uh, uh,
She'll follow, shrugging at Twilight like, as well.
I mean, Vilcras, like the person that I've met is from this country, so he already read it on read what was on ours. So
Really, was it just a description of you?
it was like for all three of us.
All three of you together. Sounds okay.
Yeah, and she's saying this as she's walking with you.
Alright.
As Musley was going over to get the two Siderians, Grandma, you hear Renar say, "Yeah, I never got why people have two names. Like one name's enough."
I think that's kind of how we do ours, except we earn our last names. That's why mine's Bone Chewer.
And Musley returns with Lynn and Twilight in tow.
May I introduce Lynn, the woman in paper, Mind the Flame, and Twilight. This is Grandma Gratzma.
So adorable.
Careful, she has retractable teeth.
Oh, really? How does that work exactly?
So she retracts her fucking teeth out again.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Oh,
Do
my
all
goodness, you
moles
are
have
so
that?
adorable. No, they don't.
Did your mother have this?
My mother's dead.
Did she have this before she died?
I never bothered to look at her mouth. That would have been dangerous.
Oh, really?
Yes, we are all known for chewing and eating bones. Bones. How bony do they look?
Well, considering I don't have Twilight's character sheet pulled up at the moment, actually, I could do that. But then you people could see her stats.
Oh no.
That. Let's see, Twilight. Well, actually, you could if you bothered to take a look at the screen after, or currently since it's going on right now. Twilight's not. She looks kind of strong. I mean, she is in chainmail. As for Lynn, I mean, she is wearing armor, but it's also paper. So,
She looks really confusing.
How bony or skinny would you say Lynn is?
She's relatively skinny, I guess.
Grandma's just staring at her for a moment, just like licks her chops a little bit, just like, oh, sorry, my dear. Old habits.
Renara like kind of smacks Grandma on the backside of the head.
Okay, is she tall enough to do that?
Yes, like
she is certainly taller than Musley.
All right then.
I'll say Grandma, despite her size, is probably a slightly hunched down, so then she can like look people over and shit without like having to put on readers or something. Dear, I'm sorry. I can't help it. All these people, they need more meat on their bones. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Hello. I hear that you all have the coins. Is that correct?
Indeed, and Lynn will show her coin to Grandma.
And Grandma's gonna take it in like two really long claws and just like hold it up to her eye. What's it say on there?
Siderian, has armor that looks like paper, but isn't. Again, with parenthesis question mark.
Armor that looks like paper but isn't? So if your armor looks like paper, but it isn't paper, what is it exactly? Is it
Steel.
what is it?
It's really, really hard to make, but it's steel.
I'm sorry,
It's
what?
wonderful.
What?
How? He's gonna like poke it, just like a shoulder pad. You're not kidding. That is rock hard.
Yep.
I thought that you were just here in like paper. What? How did you manage that? What are you?
It's a complicated process involving you taking wood, turning it into paper, and infusing it with steel and certain compounds. She will go into a long ass tangent.
His eyes are gonna glass over after like 10 seconds.
She will continue until you stop.
Actually, I think he's gonna let her go just because he got like moderately hypnotized by the flow of information. And I'm gonna stop RPing at this point just because I feel like we should probably get moving.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Alright. So, it does take a while. Renora again expresses impatience. But eventually, you'll hear someone say, "Hey, someone's coming up on the balcony," and you look up there. You will see a black dragonborn. Come walking in. Um, what are your passive perceptions?
Oh, that was the one part of my character that I did not create. Okay,
11.
what should it be?
10 plus
Mine's-
your
It's
perception bonus.
all right, 15.
13.
God damn.
All right. Lynn and Musley, you will notice the Dragonborn and Kobold that are currently in the room that neither of you bothered to talk with, at least in the RP. Both of them, well, the Kobold will get down onto one knee, while the Dragonborn, who has bronze scales, bows.
Grandma's gonna lean over to Renata. Oh dear, is that our nice fellow we're looking for?
She shrugs.
Should
It's
we bow?
kinda hot.
I do not know what the custom is for this place.
Could I rack my brain really quick to see what we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah. I would say you have the cosmopolitan background, correct?
Yeah, so I get I just add my proficiency bonus to the history, so it'd be a +4.
Yeah, do a history and sorry, a cosmopolitan heritage, not background.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. All right, that's a 15.
You figure that the Dragonborn and the Kobold are citizens of this country and are thus showing reverence to a noble. So that is the reason why they are bowing. Or kneeling in the Kobold's case. There is... you do get the impression that this Dragonborn is nobility of some kind. So whether or not you choose to express reference to this country's nobility or not, that is up to you, and whether or not you decide to divulge that to the people around you.
Rats. How about this? What is everybody else doing? Like all the adventuring types.
So Twilight and the elf that was with her, they take a look at the Dragonborn and they will also bow.
It's always best to fly under the radar. So I'm gonna bow as well and just kind of like, he's a noble to everybody in the crew.
And then we just shrug and bow with him.
I guess that must mean that he hasn't had his caravans raided very much. Well, damn. Grotma's just gonna casually chew on her bone staff just to get the feeling of chewing out of her teeth.
With multiple people bowing, you do notice that some people kind of awkwardly bow, because most of them are not from this country. But seeing other people do it, they are just kind of going with the flow, except for the two barbarians in the room.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who are are just kind of like, well, at least Renard is standing there like, what? Why is everyone bowing?
Renard looks pissed off, and Karma is chewing on a freaking bones.
But the Dragonborn on the balcony, he comes walking out. He is supporting himself with a cane. As he hobbles out to the balcony and everyone yetis. There's no need for that here. At least those of you that are foreigners. I do appreciate the few of you that are citizens of this empire showing me the respect I deserve. You must forgive me for my tardiness, for there was an errand that I was unexpectedly called to. That was unexpectedly called to my attention. He looks out at the crowd.
Okay.
Nah.
Did you?
Hmm?
Oh, I was just wondering if you got cut off there.
No. I was taking a drink.
Fair enough.
Now, many of you are maybe wondering as to why you are here. Some of you, I have been told, have been informed as to what's going on here. Or at least, informed in part. Now, we have, well, my kinship, and that word for all of you, if you play any MMO, it's basically a guild.
Got it.
So my kinship is in need of some help here in the Empire, and well, let's just say that for the moment we will not be divulging who we are at the moment until you prove yourselves to us that you are worthy of our trust. Now, again, because of my tardiness, I will not be giving you all the jobs tonight. However, I will provide you with a meal this evening.
Oh,
And
my
for
goodness.
those of you that haven't already gotten rooms at inns, or I suppose there's at least one person here that lives in the city, you shall also have housing here tonight. He smacks the slams the cane on the floor of the balcony, and the ground in three places kind of like rises up and shifts, like splits in half, like moving to the sides, and up from the floor comes three tables, all prepared with food.
Sorry, there's just floor food.
Well, tables came up from underneath the floor.
Okay.
Now, I encourage you all, if you don't have groups already, to socialize and form groups, as many of these jobs do require groups of individuals. parties, more or less. I think no more, well, no less than 3. Is do socialize amongst yourselves and form groups, and we will give jobs to group to people on a group basis. And the last thing, you will have. We will be supplying some resources for
Ooh.
these jobs. But now, go, eat, form your groups. We will meet back here in the morning. And he walks off the balcony, well, away from the balcony.
Mosley's gonna slap his hands together and just be like, "Hey, looks like we're ahead of the game. That's got to be a good sign, right?"
You wish to be with you. You wish to be a party with Gratma when Raynor?
I mean, like, he's gonna pat Gretma on, I don't know, I guess the thigh because she's so tall. Why wouldn't I want to be in a party with this? Plus, Gretma, you look pretty tough, right? What are you got that battle axe? I guess you're probably like up front. You're fighting the big guns, right?
Yes, of course. Back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways to get to our ambush spot.
Oh, really?
Aha.
You do a lot of ambushing as a young gnome.
Oh, yes. Have you not heard of the caravan raids? Those were the days.
There are many caravans that get raided all the time, especially in this time of war. It's most unfortunate.
Oh, no, it's good. Good hunting, good caravanning, good bows.
Yes,
I knew she was gonna say that. Hey,
Thank
want to see if we could find out like a roast for you?
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I promise if we get any of those like ribs or anything, I'll give you the bones after I'm finished.
Oh my goodness, you are just so sweet. Oh, I could just eat you up.
Please don't.
But I won't.
Thank you. All right, yeah, he's gonna go find a seat.
So throughout the night, you do some socializing. The Dragonborn does like come down and goes over to Gratma. Says, "Yeah, my guards told me that there was a knoll that was not expected, or came in with one of the potential mercenaries would be the correct term in this case, but they were not on the token provided them."
Yes, hello. I'm here with my dear friend Renara. Oh, don't worry about me. Oh, but one moment, I meant to give you this. And she reaches into her pockets again. She pulls out the cookie. I thought perhaps you could use some meat on your bones, so I thought I would give you this lovely cookie that we have.
The head maid would probably scold me for taking this. Yeah, being at my age.
I'm sure that we're roughly about the same age, right? And she kind of just like nudges him in the side a little bit, partly to feel for his bones, but mostly just to kind of buddy up with him a little.
Oh, dear Lord.
I suppose that depends. I know you're not supposed to ask a lady this, but how old are you?
I'm up in there in the years. I think perhaps I'm in my, perhaps my 50th or 60th year.
Then we are the same age. I will turn 60 next year.
Oh my, you sly dog, you. What a wonderful person to meet.
Yes, yes. Name is Sir Ernest Zradhal.
Wonderful to meet you. My name is Gratma Bonenschuer.
Yes. Yeah, I was not expecting to see a knoll here, but our people get along fine, well enough. At least when you're not raiding our caravans.
Don't worry. My raiding days are mostly over. Mostly.
And my days as a questing knight are also far behind me. Part of the reason why we had to get people.
Oh, I see. Well, I do hope that me and my dear Inara here will be more than helpful in whatever it is you need us to do.
I'll drink to that. Takes
You
the
should see
goblet
this
and
young
chugs it
lady.
down.
You should see this young lady fight. Oh my. When I first met her, she was taking on a whole raiding party by herself. She was holding up quite well. I couldn't let a little morsel like that get hurt or turned into a well, you know.
She says that, yet I was almost. Let's just say that there were more than I was expecting. And had she not intervened, I would either be shit somewhere or some that pack mule.
I couldn't quite let anyone who fights that hard turn into just an old pack mule. Of course I had to help. And
For that,
nobody
I'm
messes
grateful.
with an old knoll.
Yes,
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
I see that, though. Perhaps the two of you. I don't mean to split up friends. but, perhaps some other groups could use your strengths. Separately.
Oh dear, you mean to split Orinara from her grandma?
I mean, you both look the strong type. I'm sure you could keep both your groups safe. And with that, then, if your groups choose to continue associating with my kinship, you'll get to see each other on a regular basis.
Well, let's check with Renara and see what she thinks. Renara, dear, do you want me to stick around in your group, or would you prefer to assist others in the process of not dying and being turned into a meal?
I think this Zrad Hall person has a point. I mean, she points across the table to the orc and the kobold she's been talking with. Like, these two decide to group up, and they need a third.
Oh, I see. Okay then, my dear. Well, perhaps we'll meet up again here in this house here. And I'll make sure to get you something nice so that we can get some meat on your bones, my dear. We wouldn't want you to become a meal now, would we?
No, I suppose not. No, I won't say no to a free meal.
Gratma's going to miss traveling with you often, dearie, but we'll be able to tell each other our fun individual tales of what we discover along the way, I'm sure.
Hell, if you're going to miss me that badly, like I said, keep our groups alive, and we'll see each other when we're done with our jobs. If they
Oh, I hope to
separate
keep
us that
seeing
long.
you. Yes. I would miss seeing you, I think. And all of your bones.
Yeah, I think you should definitely like stick with this linen muzzle.
Nah, please don't call me that.
Oh, you don't like being muzzled like that?
He's just gonna
Perhaps they
down
could
a
use
glass of
somebody
wine and
to.
pour him another.
Sorry.
Too much of that will lower your intelligence.
It hasn't helped me in the past. It's not gonna help me now.
I think that's the point.
Huh?
Are you okay? How much of this have you had?
Oh, I had this. That much. He's gonna like do like 5 glasses high.
Perhaps you should not. Maybe swap
Shush.
to water.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sir Lord Zarhal. This stuff is pretty good.
Not necessarily the best stuff. I did bring out some good stuff, regardless.
That's fine, as long as the resources, these mysterious resources that you told us about, or anything like this, that'll work for you for the rest of the time. He's just gonna kind of like gurgle some wine.
Now, I do see that your group is a mix of men, women. You all room together or separate rooms?
Was a married man. He's gonna start crying.
Separate.
Oh no, was your wife eaten by any chance in the
No,
deserts? Oh,
it's
thank
not. It's
goodness. I
nothing.
just wanted to make sure I didn't eat them.
It's nothing. I might have some water now. He's gonna pour himself some water. I'm okay with anything, as long as I get a room to sleep.
Alright. I think I'll put you in the same room as Mr. Vilkrath and Ganbatar. And the orc, is it, whose name is Gambatar, Musley. I think the two of you kind of hit off the fact that you're both bards.
Oh no, Musley. Here, we'll see. I'm gonna roll because he's in a mood. We'll see how he does. He does not do well. It almost works, and then he's just like he just gets really quiet and just starts kind of like staring at him.
Oh yeah, this guy's a young guy. He's probably about Lynn's age, if slightly older. He's just goes on about how he's going to be a great hero someday, or he's going to be like well known throughout the land. So, yeah,
Musley's
sure,
gonna
kid.
just talk into his. He's gonna talk into his drink. Keep talking, pretty boy. Keep talking. And he's just gonna kind of stay quiet for the rest of the night.
Yes, I can see it now with that impeccable bone structure of yours. You'll do just fine as a hero.
Yeah, Yeah, you Knowles, you're from the Varish theocracy. Like, isn't it illegal to eat orcs there?
Yes, yes, of course, course. It was a compliment, of course.
Uh huh. I've heard rumors.
No, we would never do such a thing. Caravan raiding and eating orcs are completely different.
Right.
Besides, I mean, orc meat is all tough and chewy. It's not very delicious. So no worries, my dear, no worries. Old Gratma's got your back.
You saying this? You heard this from other Knowles, right?
Of course, from other gnolls who have eaten bones.
That's like you didn't do any of this, right?
Of course I didn't. Oh, don't you trust old Gratma?
Uh, the kobold next to him, whose name is Voco. Yeah, Voco. um, look, you're a youngin', and there are lots of people here. I don't think this Noel's going to be causing too much trouble. So, also, she doesn't have teeth.
Don't have teeth, you see? And she gives him an all gummy uh grin. But there's like maybe just barely like her teeth sticking out of her gums as she's like chomping at like meat on the table and shit.
Okay, so she has teeth, but they're barely visible.
Barely have teeth. Don't worry about me, dear. It's fine. You could trust old Grat.
I'm sure.
Besides, you're in the Anharna Empire. We have a good relationship with the Knolls. Most of the time.
Of course, of course.
Of course, with the war going on with the Varish theocracy, there's not really much trade going on between our two countries. So I suppose the caravan rating is at an all-time low.
Yes, the trade be a caravan raiding. Yes. Ah, but those caravan raiding days are behind me. No worries, my dear.
Um, when everyone has had their fill, most people are led to their rooms. Some people are grouped, like, or get like the same room. So Musley, you're put in a room with that orc bard and the bronze dragonborn, as well as the kobold.
Cool. Real quick, could I try to sneak out?
You may.
All right.
That's going to be stealth, and you are drunk, correct?
Yeah.
That would be disadvantage.
Darn it. Oh boy. All right. Where's all right, that's a 15, and that is a 10.
Pretty sure that Viltras passive is high enough. Like, where are you going?
I don't need no posh room. I got a place in this city. Plus, I'm not done drinking. I've only been in town for a day after all. I gotta try that special stuff. I heard of this place. You wanna come?
Uh, I'd rather not my wife has gotten on my case about coming home drunk.
He's gonna start crying again. He's gonna try to still leave, but this time not so stealthily.
I yeah, leaving the manor like no one stops you. It's like,
Awesome.
as for the girls, um, so Grandma and Lynn, you get put into a room with Renara, um, Twilight, and the elf who is part of Twilight's group, who's elf by the name of Elroniel Silverlight. And I suppose I will go ahead and put these names in the Discord. So just give me a moment. Voco, Ganbatar, Ganbatar, El Raniel for Silverlight. I think that would be fair information to. Well, actually, no, I won't say that just yet. Yeah, sister. Sister Twilight. Slash. And Vilcra. Who is oh, yeah, I suppose I should also mark down their genders. Eh. So yeah, Gratmon, Lin, you're playing with Elroniel, Twilight, and Renara. So quite spacious room. There's enough beds for everyone. Except for Gratmon, they kind of have to like bring in an extra large bed for you.
Oh, aren't they so sweet? They got a nice plush bed for me, dear.
Nice, and like the entire staff, at least that you see, are kobolds. Like the guards, they're all wearing a guard dress. You see some kobolds go around wearing like butler uniforms and maid outfits. Occasionally, you will see a well, for Lynn and Musley, it's kind of hard to tell if this guy is a kobold or like a really tall kobold or if they're a dragonborn. Gratma, I think you've been in the Anharna Empire enough times. You know the difference between a quote-unquote true scale kobold and a dragonborn. So you occasionally see a true scale kobold who accompanies Sir Zrad Hall.
Is it the one I gave a cookie to?
No.
Damn.
The one that you gave a cookie to was a smaller kobold who was at the door.
Fair.
And you also pinched his cheek, so.
Yes. Poor man. Poor. Oof.
um, as you're getting ready for bed, Twilight will say, "Now I have heard that people from, or at least some people from Embern, they carry lanterns. Is this true? I mean, I've seen that lantern. I've seen you carry around that lantern everywhere so far.
What about it?
It's I've never really been to Embern, so I was curious about it. Is it significant to your religion?"
Indeed, it is. You will continue to remain lit for as long as it is with me. It just represents my keeping of faith, goals, whatever.
I see. And you said fire was a big part of your religion?
Something like that, yeah. So,
Suppose if the war between our countries gets over with, then well, in exchange for showing you the libraries of my church, you'll have to show me the libraries of yours.
oh, indeed. That would be most. I mean, fair is fair, but it would be nice to show uh, others around. If we don't share knowledge, then sooner or later it might be lost, especially with all these needless wars. It is unfortunate.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
That should get out of her chainmail. Uh, Grandma, how closely attention are you paying to the other people in the room? Like, I assume you're looking at them to see how bony they are, right?
A little bit. I'm making sure that they've got decent bones, or I mean muscles on their bones. But of course, when they get changed, I look away. I'm respectful, of course.
Um, so I think the scrawniest looking person here is Elroniel, the elf. Uh, she looks very lean.
Dear, you look famished. Oh, we need to get some meat on your bones, dear. Perhaps have you had enough to eat during dinner today?
I can't eat too much, otherwise it inhibits on my dancing.
Oh, that's rather unfortunate. Perhaps I should sleep on the other side of the room then.
You have no need to worry unless I'm providing entertainment or we get into a fight. You won't have to worry about my dancing.
It's not the dancing I'm worried about, dearie. Oh, but perhaps soon I will see about cooking you a nice hearty meal and get some meat on those bones. And she kind of like taps her on the arm a little bit.
Um, yeah, so that does remind me that so remember the pictures that I posted as like a preview of some of the NPCs you could meet?
Oh yeah,
So, Elroniel, Twilight, and Vilkrath are those three people.
they're so cute.
So, Elroniel is the one that looks like a dancer.
Oh no, she's hot.
Yes, she is in fact quite hot. Having
My dear,
having
we
an
really
18
will.
charisma.
We really will need to get you some bones or meat on your bones. I mean, my goodness, golly, you know what I mean. You know what old grandma means. We need to make sure that you're not looking so famished, dear. Grandma's just like slightly blushing. Goddamn, she cute as fuck.
um. Uh. Yeah. So, you all get to sleep just fine. Musley, you're out for a night on the town.
All right. So he was, and then they reminded him of her. Anyway, so what he's going to do instead is kind of like go outside, try to sneak around back.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
All right, nat one. Come on, baby. That is a 12.
All right. I just have to remind my. Oh, damn it!
Oh,
It's
rats, I'm drunk. No, never mind. It's still a 12.
Okay. Well, then I just have to pull up the monster vault. To see what the stats of a guard is.
I would be surprised if they couldn't see me. Or more likely hear me.
Well, we shall see when eventually it loads in. Okay, guard. Don't need bard, I need guard. Ah, there. Ah, yes. So, as you're trying to sneak around back, one of the kobold guards like comes or say, "Oh, what you doing over there?"
Huh? This is the way in?
Who are you?
I'm mostly a stretch. I'm here to just, get some peace and quiet.
You can do that on the front streets.
But the guards, they kicked me. Could have been, I guess. Look, I'm here with, and he's gonna pull out his, the token, and then he's gonna fumble it and drop it and pick it up and just try to show it to the guy.
The
I just try. You go.
continue.
You go. You talk.
The guard just
See, like
mutters in Draconic.
I was just trying to. Oh, okay. I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
It's nothing important. Look,
It was nothing important. This isn't important. I'm here for this. He's gonna show him again, try and like shove it in his face.
like turn to the guard next and say, "Bring him inside. Get him some water."
Wait, I just wanna. I saw a bush back there. There's a nice bush. Can I go see the bush?
Yeah, the kobold guard just like shakes his head like this drunkard. It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, stay where we can see you.
Yes, sir. He's gonna do a salute and bang the coin against his head, and it's gonna fall down to the ground. He's gonna fall down after it, pick it up, scramble back to his feet, and walk towards this alleged bush that he maybe or may not have saw. while he's doing this, the main thing that in his drunken stupor he is trying to understand is what are the resources and where are they? And he's just he doesn't like this place. The fact that his face was on a coin before they even really met, the fact that this is all secretive, the fact that the guy was called off to an errand, like, dude, you have a ton of adventurers showing up. Something just didn't sit right with Musley. He's trying to figure out just anything about this place.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
Investigation. At disadvantage. That is, oh, that was two awesome rolls. Let's see, that's 18.
All right. So you're out there for quite a while. The kobold guards, it's like this drunk maniac. It's just keep an eye on him, but just not do anything too serious unless he does something we don't want him to do. Um. Uh. Um. The supplies that you find by a or at a window, like looks like a supply room, and in it there are like several what appear to be packages, though they are still packaged, so can't exactly see what's in there. Um, and you said your passive was 15, correct?
Yeah.
You will hear what sounds like some shuffling coming from the alleyway next to the house, like a back alley, not a side alley.
I'm gonna try to well, yeah, I'll try to stealth over to it. Just stay out of the torchlight if there is any.
All right.
Here we go. Third time's a charm. Third time is a charm with a 15.
Alrighty. Let's just double check passive perceptions. Uh,
If it had been normal, I would have gotten a full on 23. Ah.
okay. So you sneak up to the corner and you can you see a bunch of hooded, well, yeah, a bunch of hooded figures, all wearing like dark cloaks, and you will hear a someone say, "Most of the people have gone to bed. Now would be the time to strike."
Oh, I'm going. Well, okay, first off, that was said in common, right?
Yes.
And this is going to sound like a weird question, but can I tell from how their accent is where they are from?
Um.
Because you did say that accents in
Yeah.
like different languages for different countries would be part of this.
Yes. Yes. And I will at least make an attempt to make it more obvious in the future.
Oh, no, you don't have to put an accent. I'm just wondering if, like, I'm not going to do an accent for Musley,
No,
so
I don't.
I'm not expecting.
I'm not expecting that from you guys. I'm gonna try to make things easier on you guys, which I'm a language guy. I don't mind like trying to do accents.
Oh, nerd.
Nerd.
All right, that's fair.
Um,
Should I do a history?
Yes, do it at a normal roll because I would say you would have advantage on this, but you're drunk.
Fair enough. Would this be worldly? Gosh darn it! I gotta
Yes.
look up what this worldly wisdom says. Worldly proficient in history related to significance of building, right, or object from a culture.
Yes, that would apply.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. 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 So, darn it. All right. So that's a 14.
This guy has a well, the grand culture of this language is just find it. And my phone's being slow as normal. Okay. Yes, this one. No, that one. Ah, okay. This actually does have its own thing. What you hear is what is called Baif Shear, or Baif Shear Dale. Basically, that is the common spoken in the Grand Duchy of Faldermia.
The guy that the dude is friends of the wife with, right?
Yes.
Awesome. That okay. Bafsherdale for I gotta put this in my.
Baif Shear Dale. So,
Awesome. I'm going to try to. Oh yeah, I got the phonetic version, but like the Victor phonetic version, so
yeah.
it's. I may have spelled that exactly how it's spelled. Oh no, I got one of the A's wrong. Bayfshire Dale. Dale is a word. Okay, from the duchy. Got it. Okay, so he's going to hear this. He's going to be thinking, okay, kill, death from the duchy that this guy is somehow connected with, which is not good. Maybe the connection, and then it's going to get cut off because he's drunk. He's going to hear kill. He's going to try to slowly back away without any of them noticing. He's going to try to head back inside to the sleeping quarters.
Alright, well, keep that 15 from earlier.
Oh, thank goodness. All right.
Excuse me a moment. Someone's trying to get into the room. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Alright. Alright, so
Okay, so from what I saw from the inside of the rooms, are there windows?
yes.
Oh. Are the men's and women's quarters like pretty close together?
Yes.
Within hearing range.
Yes.
Perfect. I am going to go back to the room and I'm going to slump in a corner, but I'm going to have my drum out. And I'm going to wait for these guys. And I'm just going to try to listen to the sounds and hear if I hear or see if I hear any windows opening. And I guess I'll prepare an action to start hollering at the top of my lungs, sounding like I'm singing while drunk.
Alright. You wait for a bit. Before you hear like the movement of lots of boots coming from the hallway.
I'll start singing at the top of my lungs, just a body drinking song. Just loud and slurred and banging on the drum. Out of time, of course.
Alright. Tara, high or low?
Hi.
Alright. Alright. So, Musley, Vocal, Gambatar, and Vilkrath will stir awakens. What in the hells are you doing?
He's gonna jump up from where he was slumped, slam the door open, and just start like waltzing through the halls, still singing at the top of his lungs.
Alright. So, at the end of the hall, Musley, you will see several of those hooded figures, like wearing like dark cloaks, with torches in their hands and scimitars.
Ooh, I'm gonna put scimitar down somewhere. Cool. Well, seeing this, do they look like they're coming for us, or do they look like they're going for someone else, like the Lord?
You'll see like at their feet like what appears to be a dead guard.
Fair enough. That means absolutely nothing to me. So, just a second. I gotta figure out where this 15 years. Darn. Just a second. I really gotta figure these out faster
Hey, it's a new system. I don't mind.
because I got so many cool abilities. I just want to, use them. You gotta be kidding. Okay. No. I'm so sorry, guys. This was going to be a cool moment, and then I just didn't have the thing open.
It's all good.
There it is. Right. Okay. So, Shatter. Second circle, arcane. Casting time, 1 action, range 60 feet. Verbal, semantic, and material, which is my guy. Sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point within 10 feet, and everybody makes a con save. I'm going to do that at the center of these hooded figures. Just kind of like bang down on my drum and just explode.
Oh, that's
Make
a
me a
natural
con
20.
save. Oh, darn.
And
For all of them?
nope. So that
All right, that's oh, sorry, 13 for the save.
one fails.
Awesome. So I'm going to roll 3d8 damage, and you'll take half of this. Um, where's my d8? So that's a 7. That's an 8. That is a 3. So we'll take 18 damage, or 9 if you succeeded. And then there's just thunderous ringing throughout the entire building.
All right. Surprisingly, that takes both of them down, despite both of them getting a natural 20.
And then he's just going to shout, "Tarns!" And then that's the end of my turn.
All right. So you said it's rings out throughout the whole house.
I mean, it is sudden loud ringing. Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty loud.
Those of you in the girls' room, you are woken up by the sound of ringing.
Grandma wakes up growling already.
Oh man.
It's
Is it
woken us
morning already?
Do we hear 2 arms?
Yeah, you hear 2 arms.
Yeah, baby.
Grandma's gonna grab her great axe and peek out the door and see what's going on.
You look out the door and well, across the way from you is Musley, Well, was it beating on the drum, or is he like doing a like charge motion with his hands?
He's gonna just be shouting, but he's gonna be like war beating on the drum at this point.
Right.
Just as like, yeah.
So you see across the hallway from you, like Musley, like um, beating on a drum in a war drum fashion, and in the direction that he's looking are like two hooded figures like lying on the ground next to a what appears to be a dead kobold guard.
Mosley, dear, did they hurt one of the guards?
Yeah, there's more of them. They're gonna kill everybody.
Time to feast. And she's going to. She's just
Yeesh.
kind of laying her head back and just let out the loudest, like, hyena howl that she can as I'm preparing to go into a rage when I join combat.
Yeah, looks like everyone gets their gear. I mean, Twilight doesn't go in her armor because that would take 10 minutes. So she's just going with her warhammer and her shield. Elraniel doesn't. Looks like she doesn't bother with armor. She just pulls out a rapier. Vilkrath also doesn't have armor, but he does get a crystal out. Gambatar pulls out his loot. I don't remember what Volko had. But as you all begin
I feel like he was a
No.
Foco.
Yeah.
The kobold. I think you said he was a mechanist. I think it is.
He is indeed a mechanist.
Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, I won't have to worry about that because it is basically our end time. So I have a week to figure out what his equipment is. So as you all get out into the hall and get into an epic combat pose, all I think 9 of you.
Wonderful.
That is where this session will come to an end.
Aww.